I hope you're listening very attentively to the topic about Green Revolution, the merits as well as the demerits of Green Revolution. M.S. Swaminathan has been declared as a father of Green Revolution in our country. Why so? Because of his role in introducing He has taken a leading role in introducing and developing high yielding varieties of wheat in our country. Next topic for the day is about the sale of surplus products. Now, what does the farmer do? He retains a part of the wheat for his family consumption and he sells the surplus in the market and thereby makes profit for himself. Now, who buys from the farmer? It is the traders or the FCI buy the crop from the farmers and the traders sell it further to the shopkeepers in the towns and in the cities. The large farmers are able to sell the entire produced crop at the market and earn a good income. They can save a lot of their money and that savings is later on lent to the small farmers. We also have to think about the topic, the capital that is needed for farming. Where do the farmers get the capital from? First, let me tell you about the small farmers. They go about borrowing money from the large farmers or from the village moneylenders or the traders. Now, since their rate of interest happen to be very high, the farmer is put in distress. The small farmers are unable to repay the loan, whereas the medium and large farmers, they have their own savings. They have their own savings from farming and they are thus able to arrange for the capital that is needed. What we have understood from this topic is that medium and large farmers are able to arrange for the capital. A poor farmer fails to do so. Think of a situation of a farmer. He has land. He has managed to arrange for the capital. What is the next factor of production? That is labor. Labor is the third factor of production. And we all know that small farmers will do the cultivation with the help of his family members. The medium and large farmers will go about hiring farm laborers to work on their fields. You know, the farm laborers, they come either from landless families or they are coming from families cultivating small plots of land. A farm laborer might be employed on a daily basis or he may be employed for a particular farm activity. It's time for me to discuss about how the land is being distributed among the farmers of the village Palampur. All the people engaged in agriculture do not have sufficient land for cultivation in this village Palampur. The large number of small plots scattered around the village are being cultivated by the small farmers. On the other hand, in Palampur, there are 60 families of medium and large farmers who cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. A few of the large farmers have land exceeding over 10 hectares or more. I hope my students have understood about the various factors of production. Thanks a lot for cooperating with me in completing this lesson.